Hello and welcome to another update video about GALA. The GALA chart continues to be in this ongoing B-wave correction, most likely. I have no evidence that it's over. But let's talk about the idea here that I have about this chart. And by the way, in yesterday's update, I also took a look at the bigger picture because I was asked before to make a video about the long-term outlook for GALA. So if you're interested in that, feel free to check out yesterday's video. Yeah, you'll find it on this channel. It's just a video, the GALA video before this one. And you also find it in our long-term video playlist. Okay, now let's take a look at the chart. The idea is obviously still that the price is in this B-wave pullback, in this B-wave correction. I see two possible pathways here that are very likely. But it literally depends on what happens just right now. So it's very, very important. The market, or the price is caught below this descending trend line. So the way I interpret this is we have an ABC structure to the downside that formed a larger A wave. Then a 3-wave move up in a B wave, which reacted to the golden ratio level. That's an ideal, level for a B wave. Absolutely. So this could have completed wave B, and wave C to the downside might be unfolding right now. If that's the case, it should ideally not break below 1.55 cents, because if it does that, then the overall short-term, at least, bullish thesis I have is not going to play out with a high likelihood, okay? So at the moment, my idea is that this is an A wave. This is currently a corrective B wave pullback, and the C wave to the upside could still follow. But to do that, we want to hold support above the 1.55 cent level, above the 78.6 retracement level. It's very important. Typically, when we see a break below that level, 9 of 10 setups fail, roughly. Okay, it's not an absolute rule, but it is a guideline. Yeah, it's just from experience. But that's sort of, so the first idea I have is that, A wave, B wave, C wave. To be honest, looking at the proportions, looking at the duration of this, B wave, comparing it with the A wave, to be honest, and that's not only the case for GALA, this is across the board the case. It would look better, to be honest, if this was, an A wave, but the B wave might form a wider flat structure in an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. Then wave B would sit over here. The market might test the 3.17 cent level, which is the 78.6 retracement, instead of the 61.8, which was already tested. And then we might start that C wave to the downside. Oops, not here, here. The C wave to the downside, This is the case for some other coins as well. I see this potentially for Matic, maybe for DOT, okay? That potential exists on several charts where this B wave might simply extend because it is quite short, in duration, not necessarily in price, but in duration. So that's sort of how I see this at the moment. It really takes an impulse to the upside, like a first 5-wave move to the upside, in order to suggest that the C wave to the upside here has started. Until then, I'm looking for lower prices, either more directly in circle wave C, but it would take a break below the last low at 2.2 cents to confirm, or with a wider flat structure, which can still easily take place from here and form from here because we have 3 waves down. It would just be one of those things where everybody gets bullish. That's typical in a flat, maybe even a high B wave, and then it comes down eventually, right? So these corrections, they tend to be much longer than many people would imagine they can be. It would also fit very well the idea that Bitcoin is still has to do its B wave, before coming down in a wave C in Bitcoin's pattern on the Bitcoin chart. Not much more to add. I think these are the things really to watch out for. The next Fibonacci support levels on the chart are at 2.01 cent, 1.85 cents, and then the very important 1.55 cent level, which is the 78.6 retracement, which ideally really isn't broken to the downside, or there is a high risk for new bear market lows. That's my update about GALA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.